and why the community, at least one of the things that I got from being around the Smash community is Smash is a game that, like, if you're already playing the game, you're most likely having fun. Like, I've never met one person who's constantly playing Smash, and maybe you have because you're around the community way more. But I personally haven't met anybody who's, or even multiple people for the matter, playing Smash and they hate playing Smash.
I got a few.
You got a few? You know, that's why I had to almost stop myself because I'm like, you know
I got
what?
a few.
As I'm saying this, I'm like, dude, maybe Lydell might know somebody, bro.
Oh, there's always that guy. You know, there's always that person.
Do you think that maybe those people are just too good at that game for their own good? Is that what might be like the case?
I wouldn't say that. I mean, in a very few cases that can be the case, not for the cases I've experienced. I mean, I guess some that I've seen, but what I feel like most what it is, and I fall into this, so I'm going to go into that bit when I explain this. So it's when you take it too seriously. So again, back to what I said, the number one thing, fun first, compete second. Sometimes you will flip that. It'll be compete first, fun second. And now when that happens is now you're not having fun unless you're winning, unless you're the top dog.
Right.
And now you're taking it too seriously. And that's when it starts becoming a job. It starts becoming a chore. Oh, I got to play this guy. Oh, I gotta go in training mode and figure out this combo on this character because I keep losing and I don't have the punish game for it, etc. And then that's where it starts to fall into it. And I started to fall into that at one point. So recently, I would say right now, I'm for sure having the best season of Smash I've had in a very long time.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it
For a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'll say for sure, like I was in from when I started competing to when I was at my peak around in like Smash 4 and even in Ultimate, I definitely slowly went down, but then also a lot of people did get better. But then for me, that kind of took a hit on me where I was like, I know I'm so much better at this. Like, yo, I used to be ranked here. I used to place here. I used to be ranked in 2 different regions at the same time. I used to go toe to toe with this guy. You know, why am I losing to this guy? How am I losing this? And blah, blah, blah. And I started taking it too serious. And then, you know, that's when, you know, you get tilted.
Right.
So your mind starts going crazy. You're not focused. You're losing it. And then before you know it, the set's over. You already lost.
The human factor starts to really play a role in the game.
Exactly.
Rather than just the individual characters inside the game itself.
Yeah, so that's one thing I'll say about it is that it comes to a point where people take it too seriously. And they got to, at that point, you got to take a step back.
Right.
And then you got to look like, all right, what am I doing this for? What's my goal? And then on top of that, again, back to my saying all the time, fun first, compete second. Are you having fun? If the answer is no, find out why. Why am I not having fun? Is it because you're losing, which majority of the cases, that's the reason. And I don't blame people for that. But we're going back to my saying, fun first,
right,
compete second.
Right.
So if you only have fun out of strictly winning, you're going to have a tough time.
Yeah.
Because no matter how good you are, for no matter how long you're good for, eventually somebody's going to come and going to take you down.
Right.
I've seen
that's
it.
Just the way life is, man.
Exactly. Yeah. I've seen it plenty of times. We've seen it in the history of many things, from football, track, basketball, whatever. Like, example, back in the day, 90s, early 2000s, whatever, we looked at Michael Jordan as the all-around best NBA player. Nobody can top what he does.
Right.
Now we got LeBron. We had Kobe. We got Curry.
Like, there's arguments to be made here.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's like they have surpassed, in a sense, what he's done. So someone's always going to come up, and then they even say that there's always somebody better than you. So even then, in the competitive scene, you might be number one, but there might be some kid in, let's say, Washington, D.C. that has never went to a tournament in his life, but he's damn freaking good at the game.
Right.
Someone finally gets him out, and he starts mopping everybody.
Right.
Then he starts to go into tournaments, and then people are saying, yo, who is this guy? Yo, this guy's nice. this and that. The talk starts going. Then you finally play that number. That person plays that number one person. Then they beat them. There's always someone hidden, like as we like to call it in the fighting game community, like the hidden bosses.
Right.
Whether it's someone that's already
badass.
Yeah. So it is. I will say having the title of a hidden boss definitely feels good. I've been in that position. I would definitely say that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it goes into that as like of the hidden boss. Whether you already compete and you're just like, again, you're just underground, like you do very good and you like beat people, but you're just not out there yet.
Right.
Or you just haven't entered at all and you're just chilling in your basement, spanking people online on the ladders, randomly just online, whatever it may be. And then again, you finally get out there and you make your splash.
Right.
So yeah, no, there's a lot that goes into it. But main thing I would say to take away from the whole topic of people that play it and they seem like they're not having fun is, I would say 99% of the case in my experience is just they take it too seriously. And that's where it becomes a downfall. Because I've been through it. I started getting that downfall. So even back to me, I'll finish that up in a bit. So back to me, where I noticed I was taking it too seriously, I realized I'm forgetting my rule. Fun first, compete second. If I'm not having fun, why am I competing? And then on top of that too, it's how can I put it? Boom. So something that I learned in church actually. So we want to not look at everything negative. As I say, speak positive into your life.
Right.
Look at the bright side. Even if it's just that little speck of light, there's always a positive side to everything. So even if I'm losing, before I would be like, oh, damn, I lost. Oh, how'd I lose to this guy? Like, I could have won that. Which, I mean, could very well be the case. But now the way I look at it when I lose is, all right, just wasn't my day. It's not my time right now. I got to get better. Or I got to work on that.
Right.
I see where I did wrong. Even if I didn't see where I went wrong, that's just something now. I still got something to learn. I got to go back to the drawing board. Right. Whatever it may be. Yeah. And then now I just go into the next tournament with that same attitude and the mindset. And that's something that I think is extremely underrated when it comes, I want to say extremely underrated, but still pretty underrated when it comes to esports is the mind, just in general, anything. The mind is everything.